Let's just jump right into it. Today's title is The Black Political Hustle with Stephen A. Smith. Black people will never choose righteous leadership because a righteous leader would hold them accountable. And the moment you hold Black people accountable, they will reject you. Let's listen to Stephen A. Smith real quick.
I've waited for this all my life. And here I am to introduce you all to me. The sports world knows me as Stephen A. Smith, day job on ESPN, working for Walt Disney all of these years, First Take on ESPN every weekday morning from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. The sports world also knows me with my new radio show on sports, Sirius XM Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82 every weekday from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on Mad Dog Sports Radio. To those of you out there who don't know me, I'm many things. I am a man that was born in the Bronx, New York, raised in Hollis, Queens. I'm a Black man, and I'm very, very proud of it. But I'm also proud of the fact that I didn't grow up believing that just because you were white, that made you evil and wrong.
Anytime you hear a man say, I'm a Black man, he is about to finesse you. Anytime you hear the phrase, as a Black man, or I'm a Black man, or we as Black people, when you hear these phrases, you are about to get finessed.
I'm a bit more expansive than that in my thinking. I'm a liberal on social issues, and I'm proudly a fiscal conservative on others. I can't stand high taxes. It gets on my last nerves. I'm an individual that you would think is pro-choice because I'm against abortion, but I'm a man who doesn't believe it's my right to tell a woman what to do with her body. I believe in strong.
Do you see how double-minded Stephen A. is? This is your typical Black leader. Do you see how double-minded Stephen A. is? Not typical Black leader, I'm sorry. Typical Black person. Just double-minded. It's just, it just can't take a hard stance on anything because you want to be a people pleaser. This is what the Bible warns against. People pleasers. You want to please people before you want to please God. But if you please people before you please God, then you can't please God. But you hear Stephen A. just as double-minded as anybody you've ever heard, all over the place.
A right to tell a woman what to do with her body. I believe in strong borders, but I also recognize the fact that immigrants help build this great nation that we live in. And to completely ostracize folks, certainly to engage in xenophobia, is wrong. I am somebody who believes that if you are a damn criminal, your ass needs to go to jail and stay in jail for as long as the crime articulated is commensurate with the penalty that comes with it. None of it requires you being let out the same day you're arrested. Some people say you sound like a Republican. Well, if you see how liberal I am when it comes to the LGBTQ community and their rights, when you think about how liberal I am when it comes to entitlement programs and helping the desolate and the disenfranchised, understanding that no matter how rich we are as a nation, we're only as strong as our weakest links, our most vulnerable links.
And it's disgusting. Just double-minded, can't take a hard stance on anything. He wants to be in politics. He's probably going to try to run for president. You see, Donald Trump, as great as a president as he was, or at least say his first term, as great as a president as Donald Trump has been, he made people think that the bar was lower. People saw Donald Trump and the media telling everybody that he isn't fit to be in the position. So the average Joe out here follows the media and believes that Donald Trump isn't that great and that I can do what he's doing. This is what has happened in politics. Just the average person who never had any political ambitions thinks they can be president because Donald Trump is president. They think it's just easy to do. And Stephen A. Smith is one of those people, you know, just very low vibrational, very low brow, very surface level, just thinking to himself, if he can do it, I can do it. But really, he just plans on finessing black people and a couple of liberals. That's all. That's all. Stephen A. Smith is full of BS. And if you can't see through this, it explains everything, especially for black people. If you can't see through Stephen A. Smith, it explains everything. But you all's problem is that you just want to see somebody black in a position of power. That's all. You don't care if they're corrupt. You don't care if they're evil or wicked. You just want to see someone black in a position of power so that you can say, we now have power. It's disgusting.
Then you'll understand not everything about me is quote unquote ultra conservative. But I will be honest with you, America, and beyond, because SiriusXM is beyond American borders. I will be honest with you about saying this. I voted Democrat most of the time. I have plenty of conservative values because
No, you voted Democrat all of the time, even though you have conservative values. Listen to what he just said. He not most, he's voted Democrat all the time, even though he has some conservative values. That means no matter who was on the other ticket, he still voted blue no matter who. You know why? Because he's a liberal. And you know he's a liberal because nothing is set in stone. He's not planting his flag anywhere. That's how you know he's a liberal. He won't take a hard stance. He'll take a hard stance and then negate the stance with another stance. Black people, y'all are cooked.
I was raised in a conservative home. I could sit up there and speak out against racism. I can speak out against marginalized communities that are stomped on and seemingly at every turn. I can even speak out against the president and some of his positions in terms of making moves and taking steps to eradicate certain things from our culture, from our history, as a part of our education, because you don't want others to see that coming down the line. Folks that are born in the United States of America that they may never hear about the detrimental effects of slavery and things about that nature.
Now he's lying. Now he's lying. Again, black folks don't understand the difference between actual history and propaganda and programming. What he just said was a lie. It's not even true. He doesn't have to give you any context on what actually is going on. If you are giving history, then you would give all of the history. Picking pieces out of history is propaganda. Giving one side of history is propaganda. It's programming. So this so-called black history that you want folks to know, everybody knows about slavery. Everybody knows. Everybody knows about slavery around the world. Why do you continuously want to beat this down people's throat or shove it down people's throat? I'll tell you, because you want people programmed and propagandized to hate white people. That's all it is. That's it in a nutshell.
Understand, I don't go for that. I don't like it. And I will speak out against them on that. Am I an aficionado? No. I pay attention to the issues. I'm a cognizant individual. I'm an American voter. I pay attention to what's going on and I care. And based from my vantage point on what I see and what I hear, I come up with a conclusion about how I feel and why.
No, you're not an aficionado. No. Your version of an aficionado is it sound like an Italian dish with fish in it, fish and pasta. But Stephen A. Smith is a tool. He wants to say what he believes the people want to hear. He's a people pleaser. And black folks are going to eat it up. Stephen A. Smith is full of BS. Full of BS. I guarantee that nothing that makes him money is liberal. He is conservative, like he said, on every issue besides social issues. But like the social issues don't depend on the taxpayer dollar. These social issues depend on responsible Americans to pay for these quote unquote causes for marginalized people, i.e. the responsible ones are mostly the conservative ones.
And I go from there. And if I'm wrong, show me I'm wrong. If I'm right, move the hell out the way or stand by me and support me. right here on this show, the Straight Shooter with Stephen A. All of this partisan stuff is coming to an end. I hit everyone. I don't pull punches for liberals or conservatives at the expense of the other. I come at everybody. Kindly in some cases, diligently in many cases, abrasively in some cases. But it has nothing to do with party. It has everything to do with what the facts are telling me and what level of energy and verve and vibe is necessary.
Stephen A. Smith is full of BS. He is a stone cold liberal. And don't you think anything else. He is a liberal, a libtard. Trust me, he's a straight shooter. No way.
When Hillary had competition, Hillary Rodham. See, when I talked about voting for Kamala Harris, I wasn't excited about her. And as far as I'm concerned, she didn't earn it because she didn't go through a primary. And the Democrats talking about a threat to democracy, shut the hell up. I don't want to hear that because you didn't care about that when you circumvented the democratic process to make sure that the vice president, the former vice president, would be able to bypass the Democratic primary and go straight to the Democratic nominee for the presidency of the United States. You could have got Joe Biden out earlier, but you didn't do it because you wanted her there because it was her turn. In 2000.
Then why'd you vote for her? Why'd you vote for a woman that you knew wasn't qualified? Why did you vote for her? I'll tell you why you voted for her. Because it's vote blue no matter who.
2016, when Hillary had competition, Hillary Rodham Clinton, it was her turn. When Biden was getting smoked in the primaries before Representative Clyburn came and saved the day, it was his turn. That's my problem with the Democrats.
This is his way of trying to appeal to conservatives. So when he says the partisan stuff is over with, what he's saying is he's going to be the person that's right in the middle. As if we don't see the Democratic Party and Republican Party slowly creeping together.
That's my problem with him. It's always somebody's turn. The one thing I will give respect and appreciation to conservatives everywhere, it came to Trump. They said you could kiss my you-know-what. I don't care about DeSantis. I don't care about Nikki Haley. I don't care about Ramaswamy. I don't care about Christie. I don't care about, it was back in the day, Rubio or Carla Fiorina. On this particular go-round, I said DeSantis. I said Ramaswamy. I said Nikki Haley and all of them. The Republicans, the conservatives said, damn that. Ain't nobody's turn. We decide who's going to represent us, not you. The Democrats don't do that.
Stephen A. Smith is about to finesse you all. He's going to make a lot of money on his campaign run, and y'all are going to be none the wiser. Y'all can't see that this man is playing both sides of the fence. But anyway, if you don't see it by now, then you're meant to fail. Love y'all.